Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome, and thanks so much for joining us for our breakdown of the Interactive Brokers Group Q4 2025 earnings call.
It's great to be here. And honestly, this was a huge one. IBKR just posted a record-breaking year, and the numbers are pretty hard to ignore.
Let's just start with the headline that really jumped out at me. Over 1 million net new accounts in 2025 alone.
It's incredible. And that pushed their client equity up 37% to $780 billion. That's not just, the market going up.
No, not at all. You can see it in their expansion. They're in Brazil, Taiwan, the UAE now. They're going everywhere.
And here's the really wild part. They did all this while benchmark rates were getting cut. Usually, that would crush a broker's interest income.
But it didn't. They still had, almost $1 billion in net interest income for the quarter?
Almost $1 billion, yeah. But there was a question about that, about something they called yield lags on customer credit balances.
Right. Okay, so can you break that down for us? What does that actually mean?
Sure. It's basically a timing issue. When the Fed cuts rates, the rates IBKR pays out to you, the customer, can adjust really quickly. But the income they earn from their own investments, well, that takes longer to reprice.
So there's a temporary mismatch.
Exactly. But even with that, their full-year net revenues were over $6 billion for the first time ever.
Okay, so the business is a cash machine. But what about expenses? Did they have to just burn money to get that million new users?
That's the surprising part. No, their headcount only grew by about 6%.
How is that even possible?
It's all about tech. They're leaning heavily into AI with things like Ask IBKR and AI-driven investment themes. It lets them scale without, hiring a whole army of people.
All right, let's pivot to the Q&A because that's where the real strategy came out.
For sure. A lot of analysts were trying to figure out where this growth is really coming from.
Yeah, an analyst from Bank of America asked if this 30% account growth is even sustainable. And is it all just crypto hype?
And the founder, Thomas Peterffy, he pushed back on that hard. He basically said crypto is just a completeness play.
Meaning they offer it so you don't leave, not because it's a core business.
Exactly. He was confident this growth will continue indefinitely just because of the platform's global appeal.
That is some serious confidence. But the part that really got me was the talk around Forecast X, their prediction market.
Oh, yeah. It's now trading 286 million pairs. So an analyst from Piper Sandler asked the obvious question, are you getting into sports betting?
And the answer was?
A hard no. Peterffy was very clear. They are not relying on sports. They see this as an institutional tool.
What does that even look like? Institutional use for a prediction market?
Think about a utility company. They can use it to hedge against climate risk. So they use contracts based on temperature or energy prices to protect their business. That's the real money, not betting on a football game.
That makes so much more sense. It's a financial instrument, not a casino. Okay, what about the regulatory side? There was a big update on their banking charter.
Yes. This is a huge deal. The CEO, Milan Galik, confirmed they filed the application for a national bank charter.
And they're hoping to be operational by the end of 2026. Why does a broker want to become a bank?
It's all about custody and margins. If they become a bank, they can hold custody for mutual funds and ETFs themselves.
So they cut out the middleman.
And keep more of the profits. It's a massive long-term move to widen their competitive moat.
Got it. So putting this all together, we have ad spend going up, they're ignoring the sports betting craze to build tools for institutions, and they're literally becoming a bank.
It's a company that is building for the next decade, not the next quarter. They have a fortress balance sheet, over $20 billion in equity. It seems like they're building an infrastructure with AI and now banking to just keep growing no matter what interest rates do.
It really is a relentless machine. Well, thank you all so much for watching. If you found this breakdown useful, please go ahead and click like, share the video, and of course, subscribe so you can stay tuned for our upcoming content. We'll see you next time.